bungled your finger.
I sure did.
What did you do?
In the stupidest way. I was in the kitchen spraying roach treatment because I saw one. And because I saw one, I was on high alert.
You and your
so
damn
some
roaches.
Some hair brushed against my leg, and I thought it was a roach, so I jumped back and swung my hand and bashed into the fucking countertop. And I thought it was fine for at first. It didn't hurt, it kind of stung, but it was fine.
Yeah.
But as the night went on, it kept getting worse to the point that I could no longer move my fingers. I was sleeping, and it woke me up. I was dreaming about how much my hand hurt.
Oh my god.
So then I had to go I went to a clinic. They gave me an x-ray, and they were like, it's not dislocated, but it's probably got a hairline fracture that we can't see from this angle. So they gave me a splint.
That is so unfortunate.
They said no typing, no drawing, and they gave me a doctor's note for 3 days.
The worst part is you delayed playing It Takes Two.
I have indeed. I was really trying to make it work. I'm sitting at my desk trying to use my mouse and my keyboard. It wasn't working.
Oh, that is tragic. That is tragic. And with that, welcome to episode 42
Ooh!
of You're Ridiculous.
Woo-woo.
My name is Luke. I'm one of your hosts. I also have Wolf, your other host.
That's me.
No Rain this week. She's off doing pregnancy things.
That's right.
So you just have us to deal with. And what a treat that is.
That's what they deserve.
It's true. They deserve less, but we'll give them this.
True.
Last week we talked about Cult of the Lamb. Excellent game. Great game. Wolf, you finished it, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. It is a great game. We also talked about some YouTube drama.
We did indeed.
Because we can't seem to get away from drama.
It just comes to me so naturally.
There's always something.
Gotta talk about it.
This week we're going to be talking about Stray. Pretty new game, I think. It's month and a half old.
Yeah, month old.
Yeah. And we'll also be, secondary topic, we don't have a name for it. We're just going to be talking about the CBAT Reddit guy.
Yeah.
So, it's sort of drama, but more just something interesting to talk about. And
Very funny. All over TikTok.
It is funny. Lastly, we'll be finishing up the episode, as always, with Rainie's random question of the week.
Woo!
So, Wolf, with that all done and over with, why don't you tell us what Stray is?
Stray is a game about you play as a cat. Indie game. I don't know the name of the developers. Did you happen to note it down? Okay.
I'll find it.
You play as a little orange cat in a basically post-apocalyptic world.
Blue 12 Studio.
Blue 12 Studio. And yeah, you're a cat. You fall into a structure, which is basically that it turns out to be an underground city, and your goal is to get back out effectively.
Yeah, you want outside.
Meet a bunch of zany robots along the way. Your companion B12. B12 also the vitamin you get from the sun.
It is clever. I wonder how many people picked up on that. Clever note.
I was watching stuff about it. A lot of people picked up that it was a vitamin, but they didn't know what vitamin it was.
Oh my god. People are clowns. And, yeah, I was gonna say something and I forgot.
Oh, fool!
But yeah, you get separated from your cat posse in the very beginning.
You do indeed. And they are not affected. They just keep going.
Wow, where are they supposed to go? They're gonna jump in with you?
Maybe. It was pretty fun down there.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if... First of all, it was not fun. Second of all, I don't even know if the cat posse knows that you're alive.
Fair enough.
Because you fall, into the fucking gutters.
To the darkness. You don't even land on our feet.
Yeah, we don't. We fall on our ass and face plant into the dirt. And yeah, then you get inside this city, and then that's where you meet B12.
Yeah.
And so overall thoughts, what'd you think? So I guess the important thing is I played it. I played the game. I bought it and played it. You watched somebody else play it.
I did indeed.
Right. So overall thoughts, I think it's interesting that we have two different perspectives coming from it. So what did you think?
I thought it was okay. I wasn't that enamored by it. I wasn't. Wow, everyone was real into like that. You play as a cat, and that's so cool. And it's a cool feature. Cat looks cute, but I'm not that in love with it.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the cat part was like pretty negligible, to be honest. You could have just been like literally anything.
Yeah.
It's not like being a cat was super important.
Yeah.
To really anything. You could have, for for anything that mattered, you could have just been like a small robot.
Yeah.
It didn't really matter that you were like a cat and one of the few biological things in the game.
You could have been a mute athletic child.
Yeah, exactly. You could have been a tiny robot. So I think like the cat part was cool, but it wasn't like, it's not a very important part. And I don't think it added much, but it was enjoyable. It was like cute. It's a well animated cat.
Yeah.
So, but like your cat personality is fairly limited.
Yeah, pretty negligible. You're definitely a very intelligent cat.
They are indeed. They're very well. Yeah. So I saw something about it that it's probably like evolved species of cats.
Yeah.
Because you're well into like the year 2100 basically.
Yeah.
So it's likely an evolved species of cat, which makes them very intelligent.
Yeah, can't speak, but very smart. The game kind of like plays into, it's just a cat, so we're going to flash these lights, and that's why it's following the path. But then it abandons that completely, and you're just a really smart cat.
Right. I thought that was pretty weird at the start. Like, they show you, like, the ways to go, flashing lights and everything, and part of that is, like, B12 trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
But I feel like that part wasn't that necessary, because there was really only one way to go anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, that story was just like, yeah, I'm going down and forward and then up sometimes, and that's it. I'm going to run from some little crab zerks, and and then I meet B12, and so I didn't really need his guidance, but...
Terrifying little thing. He's a translator that follows us around.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the dynamic between the two. I enjoyed it. I thought it was nice, it's especially towards the end, like, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But the end was very nice. I enjoyed that.
Same.
And so, yeah, go ahead.
And then for the story, I thought the story was kind of mid. It's a cyberpunk story. And usually, cyberpunk stories have something to say. And it sort of had something to say, but not really. It was just a spectacle.
Yeah. Well, what do you think it sort of had to say?
There's the typical classism is terrible, classism is bad, and humans are a plague on this earth. Yeah,
the classic, humans are the real monster.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah, can't say it's wrong.
And then obviously, classism. It also talks about a lot about evolution. Not only... Or it doesn't talk about it, but the whole game is hinting at evolution and everything like that. There's, huge undertones of how evolution works and how it can affect everything with, the Zerks and humans and just the robots themselves evolving and changing their own programming and everything like that.
Funny about the robots evolving, I was watching a game theory, and he suspects that the robots didn't evolve at all. Everyone just uploaded their consciousness into the robots. Like B12 did. That
could be, but there's a few robots that are, programmed. So it's not everybody.
True.
Because there's one guy in the village, quote unquote, that says they're playing a game. They're playing a card game or mahjong or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that makes it 9,000 to 3 or something.
Yeah.
And then he leans over to you and he's like, little dude, does everybody know I'm programmed to win this game?
A cheater.
Yeah.
Basically a card counter.
He is. So, yeah, there's definitely, it could be, some of them could be uploaded consciousness into the big robots like B12. Or it could just be a lot of evolving of their own programming.
I like both, but I do like the evolving one better.
I do, yeah, that is interesting. So I thought that was pretty cool. And just the whole, not only the robots and potentially evolved cats, we also have the Zerks, the Zerks evolving.
Yep.
Into what they are, and then potentially into the big eyeballs.
Yeah, they became even more. I do not think the eyeballs were an intended feature.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they definitely over, the however long it was, they definitely just like slowly evolved. But we can get to that because I was reading an interesting theory.
Ooh.
But so yeah, overall thoughts. I enjoyed it. I think it's much better of a game to play and have that experience than it is to watch. Mostly because I don't think there's much reward for watching and not playing. There's not a huge like aha moment for all the puzzles. Right. It's just like, oh yeah, this is what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Let's do it. It's not like any of the puzzles are that hard, but they're rewarding to complete for the person doing it. So, but I don't think like that reward translates that well to watching it.
That makes sense.
And then same with the story. Like the story itself is like, it's fine. It's like a good, typical story, but like, I don't think the story of something like, what's the Until Dawn sequel?
The
Quarry. The Quarry, yeah. Where the Quarry, like, that's like an exciting story, even if you like, there are some flaws to it. That's still an exciting story to be a part of.
Yeah.
And so that one's still fun to watch. Where this one, there are a couple exciting moments, but overall the story is like the gameplay with the story is pretty mild. And so I think it all kind of coalesces into this game that is much better to play yourself than it is to watch, but also punishes you for watching it first and then playing it.
Yeah.
Because there's almost no replayability, I think, unless you're trying to get all the memories.
Yeah.
Which you don't even need to replay. You can just go back to the previous chapters. And so like, it's a little awkward. Like, I don't think you would like the game now if you went back and played it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or I don't think your opinion would change. I'd say, regardless of whether you like it or not. But I don't think your opinion would change now if you played it. But it could have, it would maybe have been different if you played it first.
I don't hear that.
Yeah, anyways, interesting sort of style of game, because that's not that common nowadays.
Yeah.
Now you get games that are pretty exciting to watch just because of how popular streaming is.
Yeah.
So that was interesting for me. And I could be wrong. I'm sure there's people out there that really just like watching an orange cat run around.
Or not their own cat even with the mods.
I know, exactly, right? So yeah, that was interesting. I thought something that they did really well was, and we could kind of lead this into future talking points, but how each area felt different and completely new, and it made the area it made the entire city feel way bigger than it actually was.
Yeah.
So you start off sort of just in the slums, they call it, and you spend quite a bit of time there. You meet B12 there. You meet a lot of other characters, and they lead you towards not really the outside, but they lead you to the upper part of the city that can get you to the outsiders. Right, the outsiders. And that's sort of the upper class city area. And then you also have the sewers as a sort of sub area, and you actually have like two sewers that are like sub areas. And then you have like the village, it's called.
Yeah.
And I thought the village, right, Midtown, yeah, obviously. I thought the village was the only place that like really lacked sort of anything that I cared about.
Yeah, it was kind of just like a passing through area. Like you could go and do I think it's one little mini quest. You find the flowers. Yeah.
You collect like 3 different flowers for somebody, and you do that. But they made the finding that guy like feel like such a big deal, and it was such a letdown. Like you leave. Not only do you leave Momo behind.
Yeah.
In the sewers, so he can't even get out on his. Well, he could maybe get back on his own, but it's risky if the Zerks are alerted to our presence there, and if they go back. So we abandon him because we don't really have any other choice, and then we finally find the guy, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, go talk to somebody else."
Yeah, this isn't my problem anymore.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm going to continue meditating, and you can go speak to someone with a higher pay grade than me.
Yeah, getting outside, pretty cool if it happens, but I'm not that dedicated anymore.
Yeah, you just like didn't care. And it wasn't even like, they called it a village. And at first, when you like right at the entrance, it's like, wow, this area is super cool.
Yeah.
They have a huge bridge, and you have one of the, I forget what they're called, but like the guardians at the very beginning protecting the entrance. And you see the big ass treehouse area. But like there's nothing to do there. So like it was a big letdown.
Yeah, lore-wise, it was kind of cool. I realized at some point that it was basically just one of the leftover water tanks they mentioned earlier. B12 specifically mentioned earlier. But it's empty now because no one drinks water. Right,
yeah. And then, you know, they have that whole area where they're like cultivating plants and stuff, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just like it didn't advance much of anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it felt like you actually mentioned it in our group chat. It's like, well, they coded this area, so we gotta fill it with something.
Yeah. Give at least some reason to look around.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the sewer area with Momo on the boat.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I liked that part, and I liked the eyeball area.
Yeah, the ambience there is great.
That was awful. I hated it. Like, in a good way. Like, it made me really unsettled. And the music playing was perfect because it's just high enough pitch where you, like, every single moment you think something's gonna jump out at you.
Yeah.
It's like the crescendo of build-up music, but only playing the very peak of it at all times. And so you're constantly on edge. It was very well done. Yeah. As someone who doesn't do horror games that well, this was like right on the verge of like really like bothering me, like freaking me out. And it's like the eyes follow you, and then every now and then they call over the Zerks and everything.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really well done. What did you think of Midtown?
Midtown, it was alright. I think Jack skipped a lot of it.
Yeah.
He didn't miss a big chunk of memories.
You watched a Jacksepticeye.
Yeah, he did pretty much the important things. If it's interesting watching him play it, because it's what do you call it? Presented to you almost like an open world game, but it's very, very linear.
Extremely linear. You can explore everything within your extremely confined limits.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You can do anything within these very narrow boundaries.
Yeah, and he's wandering around and he's finding all the bits and all the quest pieces he needs to find before he gets the quest. So he's like finding, and he's like, well, what do I have this? What is this for? The game. Why does the game want me to have this?
Right, yeah.
I'm like, Jack, just go do the mission.
Yeah.
It'll tell you.
Right. Luckily, I definitely was like way more interested in like progressing the game, and so I didn't explore that much. Like if I passed somebody, I would talk to them, but I wouldn't like talk to like the 50 different people and then do my quest, right?
Yeah.
I went on my quest and I found something. If I found something to look at on the way, then I would.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I also just thought the way you could interact with those mainline quests without getting the beginning of the quest was bad.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think you should be able to get the cassette tape without realizing that you need something to play in the stereo.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that should happen. So I thought that was a little weird. If it's like a side quest, then sure, I'm all about it, right? Like, get whatever you need early for a side quest, because those don't really matter. You could just skip those completely, but
yeah,
mainline quest, that seems kind of weird. So yeah. I don't know. I didn't really like that.
Yeah, I feel like the beginning should really streamline you to Momo more effectively, and they are able to do that because they streamlined you when you hit the tree town. They were like, what do you call it? B12 was in his feelings. He was like, okay, well, you can't interact with anyone right now because B12 is in his feelings. So you have to go complete the main quest.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that part pissed me off, to be honest. Like, I understood it, but it's like, it's just gonna make me come back and talk to these guys afterwards.
Yeah.
B12, get your shit together.
Go up. He's like, yeah, I guess you could keep going up, or you could go back down and talk to everyone you skipped.
Yeah, exactly. That was like, it was just like annoying from a player perspective. But that's okay. I didn't mind it too much. Something that I hated, and I thought was so stupid, was how they handle the defluxor.
Oh, yeah.
And so they build up, like, for so long that there's this weapon that the robots were, or that the doc was building, and it was supposed to wipe out the Zerks completely and save everybody. Yeah. And you eventually meet the doc, get it so it's on B12, but it is limited. You can't use it all the time. Yeah. It's like a charge up thing, which that part is like fine because it makes for more interesting gameplay. But literally like 2 chapters later, they just get rid of it.
Yeah, it's broken now.
It's like, also,
I did notice.
It's done. You can't have it anymore.
When the charge thing, the way, when you walk up to like the pustules, when the animation is playing, the UV light doesn't affect them. So you're effectively wasting your charge.
Yeah, you have to like, you can pop the little egg sacs by walking up to them or using the UV light on it. Yeah. But like when the animation is playing, like you said, when they're in the air, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, they're immune.
Yeah, they're completely just, they're like, it's like iframe, immunity frames. Yeah. Like in a video game, that they're completely gone. So it's just like, I just walked up to them and then like sprinted away.
Yeah.
And then
the strat.
Yeah, and then just like, vaporize them all.
Yeah. And then you leave the area and it's never a problem again. Like there's not even like a whisper of them on the second level.
Which I guess kind of makes sense because that's supposed to be like the upper level anyways.
Mm.
So it's like higher, protected, a little bit more clean. There's less waste around. And so that kind of like goes into what a lot of people think the Zerks are. Well, not really what they are, but how they're evolving is like they were originally bacteria created by the humans to eat plastic.
Yeah.
Within this city. Then some sort of plague happened that like sickened everybody. And then nobody was able to keep track of or keep an eye on the bacteria eating all the plastic. So they started evolving a lot.
Yeah.
And then eventually evolved to eat metal and flesh. And then that sort of brought about the humans' own demise.
Yeah.
The Zerks ended up eating them, all the sick people. And so what the robots did was clear all the bodies, throw them all down into the slums.
Yeah.
And because that's the bottom of the city, basically. And so they start, eating all the bodies, all the Zerks eating all the bodies. And that's how those eyeballs evolve, is because they're taking human organic matter and birthing new Zerks, which are now have human components to them. So that's what the eyeballs are.
I explained so much.
Right. And so it's a really cool theory, and we never get like confirmation on it, but it makes a lot of sense. And it's why.
Yeah, and also.
Go ahead.
So go ahead.
Nope, that's pretty much it. Go ahead.
It also lines up with Matt Pat's other theory that the Zerks are trying to evolve to control the robots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because down there somewhere there is a living robot next to like the eye ones that they have it held hostage in the wall. Yeah,
right,
and it's alive. They're not eating it.
Yeah. He's like strapped to the wall and he looks around at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that could maybe there's like some amount of human consciousness to some of these Zerks, because it's definitely like a hive mind.
Yeah.
Like, with the big ass eyeball that looks at you. Like, that's clearly the lead hive mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be really cool if they're
growing up the buildings.
Right, yeah. So they're slowly trying to make their way up and using all the pipes. Because they're definitely like, they are going upward. Like, when in the construction site, they're like clearly, all the fleshy bits are weaving its way up that building.
Yeah.
Which is one of the highest points is the highest point in the slums.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Reaching for the sky.
Yeah, I like that it gave you a lot of things to think about without providing all the answers.
Yeah.
However, my gripe with this is that if you're not distinctly looking for all the memories, you're going to miss a fuck ton of context.
Yeah.
if you only got like the main core memories that are built like in the cutscenes, and then maybe like, you know, a handful, maybe even like 5 of B12's memories, you're going to miss so much.
Yeah, but they don't put a lot of emphasis on those memories, because a bunch of them you get, it's just, B12 feels something, some way about something. And it's not lore related.
Yeah, good point. Not only like you can miss most of them, or even some of them, some of the ones you get don't even fucking matter. One of them is, he talks about the sewers. And like is like this area, the sewers, could fit a whole building in it, and that there's like a bunch of these all under the city, and that these sewers like run and clear out the water throughout the whole city. It's like, no shit. Of course, this is what it does. Like,
that's how the sewers work.
Why is this relevant? Why is this a memory?
Fun city facts.
Yeah, and he's like, this is like before he figured out like who he was. He's like, the scientist told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's how fucking sewers work, man.
We just built these tunnels for nothing, for decoration.
Yeah, and so like, basically like maybe 10 of them are relevant. Is so weird, and you can miss a lot of the good ones. So, I thought mostly though it was like, it's an excellent game for an indie game.
Like, very pretty.
Yeah, really well animated. There's a lot of funny like things that you can do that are just like enjoyable as the player. Like how there's a meow button.
Yeah.
That you can meow at people and get different reactions. You can also like play with boxes and like put bags on your head.
You rub up against robots' legs.
You can, yeah. Some of them don't like it though.
Really?
Yeah, I had one guy like shoo me away.
Oh, not a fan.
Yeah, a fiend.
Criminal.
And so towards the end of the game, we can start talking about that. I thought it was so obvious that B12 was a human.
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was like this was like the dumbest plot twist, because it's so obvious.
And it comes so late in the game, like, come on, it's not that far off.
Also,
possibility.
That scene with the cutscene where he's like, was I a human? That was a brain blast moment, by the way. It was like a zoom in on B12's face. He's like, I am a human.
Oh,
I was a human. Brain blast. And he's like, I need a moment. It's like, bro,
that's too much.
I figured this out like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sure some people enjoyed that moment and were surprised, because, I mean, like, I have a pretty good track record of, like, guessing the plot twist for, games and movies and stuff. But I felt like, even if you're not that good at it, you could see that coming.
I can't say if I could have seen it coming, because I watched stuff about it, so I knew B12 was a human before I started the game.
Okay.
But it does feel pretty obvious.
Did Jack say anything about it?
Yeah, he was pretty shocked.
Oh, really?
He was like, wow!
Stupid Irishman. Yeah. No, I thought that was pretty obvious. And maybe I'm just like upset because I unfortunately am good at guessing stuff like that. But I don't know. I thought that was pretty obvious, so it was not very much shock.
You know what was obvious?
What?
That B12 wasn't going to make it to the outside.
I was just going to say that!
And yet, I was still very upset.
Okay, yeah. So, leading up to it, the second we left behind Momo, and I'm like, there's no way B12's making it through this, man. There's no way that, like, as soon as we left Momo, I'm like, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe.
Yeah, we left behind the girl, too.
Oh, yeah, Clementine. Yeah. We did. We left her to the robot police.
Yep.
Which again was not a surprise to me because we left behind Momo.
Yep.
And we technically also left behind that other guy.
Zabalzer.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. I just said Z all the time.
Z-Ball.
Z balls. But yeah, so I'm like, as soon as we left that guy, I'm like, there's no way. It's just the cat making it out of here. Yeah. And then we get to the end. We start like plugging, like hacking the city and everything.
Yeah.
And we get that first shock, and I'm like, this is where he's dead.
Yeah, he's dying
in this scene. That scene was really well done, though.
It was.
Like, that whole cutscene and the build-up of that just in the one room and everything, and his final words, like, oh, it was really good.
Yeah, as much as I thought the story was mid, that scene, that series of scenes, it hurt me. In tears.
Yeah, he's like, you're my best friend, the best friend I could have asked for. I was hoping I needed to stay, or I thought I needed to stay alive to preserve humanity's memory, but humanity isn't the future is the companions. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, this is like a chills moment, man. This is so good.
Oh, then he dies, and then the cat cuddles up next to him.
He like taps him and wiggles him around and everything, and then he just like lays there.
I'll just wait for him to wake up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was like a Disney ending. It's like, oh, it hits you in the feels. You know it's coming, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah, and watching the city open up was very satisfying.
Oh, amazing! That like last sort of puzzle area was so good. All of it. The scenes, the puzzles, and I agree. I loved watching or looking at the city top down when the lights were closed or when the ceiling was closed. Like, wow, this is so cool. And then it was like twice as good when the ceiling opened up.
See it all. See the goods.
So much better. Oh, it was so cool. But that also kind of goes back to the point I said earlier, is like they did a really good job of making every area feel distinct in what is like a pretty small map.
Yeah. Closed circuit.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't talk about Midtown. The only other thing I have to say about that is I hated the area because it's so difficult. The only thing, it's not just about Midtown, but I wanted a map. I want like open my inventory and get a map. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I didn't like Midtown, is because I felt like I had no idea where the fuck I was going anytime.
Yeah, and it was like double the size of the first area.
Right.
And a lot less linear.
Yeah. And so I just wanted a map, like, and I wanted a map in the other area too. In the, like the first slums area, just like, go to the laundromat. I'm like, where the fuck is the laundromat? And so I'm like walking around, and obviously it's not that hard to find, but it's just like, I don't speak the language, man.
Yeah.
There's no signs. And then there's like, later on, there's one that's like, says the name of it or something like that. And it's not that hard to find, but it's just like, you really got to pay attention.
Indeed.
So I wanted a map. But other than that, yeah, really well done. I was hoping that final scene would have the 3 cats waiting for him.
Like they knew.
Yeah, like they knew, or they just happened to be there or something.
Yeah, like surely they live in the area if they were by it.
Yeah, they can't be going that far. So,
it's gonna reunite.
Yeah, overall rating, what did you think?
Oh, I got a 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. I think there was a lot of really well done stuff, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Wow.
I liked
soaring rating.
Yeah, I don't ever need to play it again. And in fact, I don't think it would benefit me. Like, I'm not, I don't think there's really any replayability.
No.
However, I thought for like a 5-hour indie game, it was really well done.
Yeah.
So I liked it. 8, maybe 8.5. One of those two.
Woohoo.
Solid game. Check it out if you haven't. It's pretty quick. It's definitely worth the price tag, which I forget. I think it's like $30.
Oh, really? $30?
Maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's 20. Here, I can find out how much it is.
Give us the deets.
Yeah. But it is on PS4 as well.
Yeah.
Which is what
console release. Big fancy.
Yeah, which is I was not expecting, but that is cool. It's on PS4. Yeah, $30. So honestly, I think it's worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's worth it if you haven't experienced much about it.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to this now and you haven't played it and you want to check it out still, I definitely think it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Let us know. But that's Stray.
Woo woo woo.
Woo woo. It was really meow. Oh, what kind of cat would you be? What color cat?
Well, probably like a cream and white cat.
Oh, the cum cat.
No. How would you be?
Probably just a all black cat. Something cool.
At least be a tuxedo cat.
Well, okay, if we could have like fancy colorings.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's fancy. That's just black and white.
Okay, I'll be like all black cat, except I want all my paws to be white, so it looks like I'm wearing boots.
Perfect.
Obviously, Rain would literally just be all black because that's who she is.
Oh yeah, that's her icon.
That's her icon. That's true. So, moving on, I think you have something to talk to us about, some story to share.
Some fun times on TikTok and Reddit this week. If you haven't heard, so this guy, username Tyler Life, made a post on Reddit talking about how it was a Today I Fucked Up, about his girlfriend telling him that she hates the weird music he plays during sex. And he shares a link to the song. It's called like Seabat or whatever. I think that's the artist. And it's like da 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 da.
Yeah, it's like the classic internet song.
And it blows up because one, what a song.
I know.
And two, what a decision to put that on the sex playlist. And the fuck up was that she finally revealed after 2 years that she fucking hates the song.
She's a trooper, man.
And she hates the way he fucks to the song.
Yeah, well, because he fucks to the beat of the music.
Yeah.
Right? I forget what it was exactly, but it's like he times his like thrusting movements with the beat.
Yeah. Or the rhythm, technically.
The rhythm.
Which
what
even
a decision.
More awful. Even more awful.
I don't know
He
where...
keeps making it worse.
Yeah, I don't know where this guy got this idea, but whoever gave it to him really screwed him.
Oh, definitely.
And if it was his idea, then that's a big L for you, my guy.
It's one thing if he just liked the song. Songs are pretty normal BPM. Throw it on any playlist, it'll blend right in. But the fact that he fucks to the rhythm.
Yeah.
It's such a disjointed rhythm.
Yeah, it's not like a consistent one at all.
Oh, he especially said he likes finishing to it. And the end of the song, it's just like sad clown noises. Like whoa, whoa, whoa.
I saw that the creator of that song has been enjoying the memes that have come out of this.
I bet. Suddenly blowing up out of nowhere, and this is why.
Well, it's like a relatively popular song just like on the internet.
Oh, I had never heard of it.
Oh, really? I've heard it a few times.
And so, of course, it spawned endless TikToks of people trying to figure out how he was fucking to the song. And God, it was like every single video on my For You page, just back to back, or like every other one. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's wild. Please show me something else.
What, if you were with someone and they played this song, and would you continue or not?
I was actually telling Julia, I'd fuck to this song. I quite like it.
Oh, I don't think I could fuck to this song. I don't think
Maybe now I can't, because now I'll be distracted. I'll be thinking about this stupid interaction.
Out of breath from laughing too hard. What? I don't think I could fuck to this song. Did Julia say anything?
She was like, she also agreed that I was insane.
Okay.
Because she also could not fuck to this
There's
song.
no way. I don't know how you do it. Like, it's not like an awful song at all. It's like, it's kind of interesting to listen to. It's kind of a weird song, but
yeah.
Like, but I definitely, there's no like good repetition to it. It's like,
I find it. Make it work.
Oh man.
No. Oh, but then he posted an update.
Oh, good.
No, well, I guess there were 2 updates. First,
Okay.
he did a face reveal on TikTok.
Why? Why would you do that?
I'll never know. He took it down because obviously the reaction.
He took it down. That's like the people that put on r/roast me and then get offended by the roasts. It's just like, you submitted this.
Yeah. Everyone has been roasting you. Why would you do a face reveal? And then you find out he used his real name in the username. Tyler Life. So then because of this, and because it's making the rounds on the internet, it eventually made it to the girl's family.
Oh, no.
And not only did they know his name, Tyler Life, but he had played this song for him. Got over dinner, the girlfriend was like, yeah, he's nice, but his music's kind of weird. And his parents was like, oh, what kind of music do you listen to? And then he chose to play the Seabat song. And so they remembered it and they were like, Tyler Life, with this song, it's him!
Oh my god.
So they broke up for various reasons, but this was like the tipping point.
Oh, really?
Because also her parents were not happy about the age gap.
Oh, what is the age gap?
She's 20, he's 25.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not that bad.
And they met when they started dating when she was 18.
Okay. So he would be 23 then, right?
Yeah.
That part is like a little uncomfortable. It's like, it's just barely like pushing it.
Barely
like,
legal. And I think that's the part the parents had an issue with.
Yeah, like if it was 20 and 25, I mean, that's still a little weird, but like that only gets better. Like as soon as she hits like 21, I think it's like totally fine.
Yeah. And this was also her first relationship. So no wonder she stuck around for 2 fucking years.
Yeah,
without saying anything.
Yeah, 2 years with like an older guy as well. So like, you know, not 2 years. First relationship with an older guy is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So that obviously would instill upon her that like, oh, this is just normal, you know? It's like,
she has no comparison to make.
Exactly, right? So
he can do whatever weird shit he wants. You'll be like, I guess that's just what men do.
That's just what he's so mature.
He's like real grown adults do.
Yeah, this is some gourmet shit.
To see that. To rhythm.
That's so unfortunate, man. I just could not. If I'm ever like with someone they ask me to put on Seabat, they're leaving. I'm kicking them out.
Escorted out on site.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I also don't understand like why he would do a face reveal.
That is the funniest part. It was bad enough that he put his username on Reddit was his real name.
Yeah.
But then he puts a face to it.
After he's already getting roasted so many times.
Holy fuck.
I thought, oh my god, I just had a stroke. I thought the towel in your camera was someone's arm. Like, who the fuck is there with you?
Someone break it in.
That's terrifying. Stop moving it.
I was adjusting it. It's on my cord.
Oh my god. That's awful. It looks like someone's trying to like type on your keyboard. We're in a Discord video call right now. It's how we all record everything.
They're doing the typing for me since I can't.
Are they typing to the beat of Seabat for you?
I hope not. Well, they can do it to the beat, just not to the rhythm.
Yeah, that's fine. That's where I draw the line. Oh man, that's pretty fucking funny. Unfortunate for that guy.
Yeah.
I would honestly just delete that Reddit account and start over.
Indeed, like it's still up. And this was like an active account. This was not an alt account.
That's awful, man.
Oh god! But congrats to the girlfriend of 2 years, finally moving on.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can you imagine, like, if this becomes like a meme? Like, it's already a bit of a meme right now, but like, imagine if there starts a trend like where boyfriends want to fuck to Seabat, and her next boyfriend wants to do this.
Like a curse.
It's like, hey, she like asked the boy, was like, do you have any weird thing or fun things like in the bedroom? It's like, oh, I've never done this, but have you heard about fucking the sea bat? Oh, that would be unfortunate for that girl.
Indeed. Oh man, and when you look through his posts, they have like a video on there of her like blowing him on an airplane, a public airplane.
People are wild these days.
Indeed.
Surely that's against airline regulations.
Indeed. No wonder he's fucking a 20-year-old when he's 23. First choice, first option.
25.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a bit weird. Bit weird.
Man's a weirdo.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed that story. I certainly did.
You sure have. Yeah.
And I guess we'll move on to Raine's question of the week.
Whoa.
Do you want to give it a shot?
Oh, yeah. I forgot the question. We didn't write it down.
Okay.
I know what my answer is. I forgot what the question
Okay, so we did not write it down because we came up with it on the spot here. The question is, what is your sea bat fucking song?
Ah, yeah. I remember.
So, if you had to choose one song to fuck to as your version of sea bat, what would it be?
It would be Face Off, the one by The Rock and a couple other people. It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour.
Why?
It's got it's what do you call it? Motivating, elevating. It's got a good rhythm.
No way.
You turn it on, put it on repeat. It's also a very long song.
It is. Okay, so do you have another one? Because I have two.
You go. You give one. And I'll think of another.
Okay, so here's my troll one. So go to click on this. Click on this and go. I think it should bring you up to it. It's one of the ones titled Map Music. It's at 732. And listen to the first couple bars of that. That's what I want. It's for those not in the call with us, by the way, I posted the music to Madagascar. And it's like fucking bongo drums and like a weird it sounds like one of those wooden frogs that you like use the tools to like scrape its back. And there's just a lot of weird instruments, and I think it's hilarious. It's amazing. So that shit slaps. The audio, the soundtrack for Madagascar, the video game, slaps. But map music especially.
I'm gonna end your life.
All right, what's your second one?
My second one, Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne.
What?
Yeah.
I think I know this song, but it's been...
You better. Who does it?
Sorry, I who does it? Shut up. It's hard to remember things from 2009. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I do know this song. That is a banger, to be honest.
Indeed.
That is a banger. I don't know if I could like fuck to it, but it is a banger. So my second one is Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra. Because of the beginning of the pace, it goes dun 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 dun, and it just like continues that. It's such a fucking bop, man.
It is indeed.
We've said before how much Wolf and I like that song. There's
Put
nothing.
It on the playlist.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like that song to get you in just a fucking jam sesh. I was
also gonna say Mr. Brightside solely just because I like it.
Yeah, it is a banger. It is a banger.
Ooh.
And bang her, I will. So yeah, what would Rain pick? Something mid, I'm afraid.
Let's see. Anything from Panic at the Disco's latest... Anything from Panic at the Disco.
I like that you were like, anything from their latest, and then just cut it off. It's like, anything from them. I think that's true. I think we can just end it there. Anything from Panic at the Disco, Raine's all about it.
Yeah, that's just her whole playlist. She just has her whole discography.
Yeah, it's just on repeat the whole time. It's just on loop. Anything from Panic at the Disco. And with that, Wolf, why don't you take it away?
I'm Wolf, taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 42
Wow.
of You're Ridiculous. If you liked all that, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that bell. If you're watching us and listening to us on any of the other podcasts, be sure to hit the plus and leave a 5-star review. You can follow us across the internet. The main cast at ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter, Lucas at 7AngryWasp with an E, and me on Rainbow Does without the W. We hope to see you guys all again next week and all across the internet. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.